Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
I don't give a love a fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love a fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad to dismiss you. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitching the different breed of black men. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some break off and never take off as a place. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't be bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the Commanding General Yahana, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' scratch them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. I'm under command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come? Oh, hey, I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, niggas training, go through the baddest conditions. I fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. Now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We still in the straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't use some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, something I will never take up as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck the shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching in their act like this. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the gun with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's long. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh. seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. A man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass you to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. See the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, wrong with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore, a failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop, their ass see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in.
Most High Christ. Oh, yeah, I'm molded with you a little bit. No worry. I have one way to find out. All right, Shalom. We are the ISPK started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is preached out to 50. Kabosh went out of Nashville, Tennessee school. And right now, we're finna hop straight into it because I do not have that much time to be able to teach tonight, unfortunately. Okay, last week we did the ABCs. What I'm trying to do is some. I ain't gonna say the ABC, the Abba guys, the Lashawan Qadash. It's kind of similar how they do the ABC 1, 2, 3, where we already did the 1, 2, 3, but I wasn't able to finish the other side because on top you can see our language. That's why I got it. Then Assyrian is something that we also need to know. In this captivity. That way we could read the world news or decode any messages or anything of that nature, right? So all we're doing is just the same thing we did over here. We're just gonna go back and write the Syrian characters with it. You know what I'm saying? So of course, I'm gonna do the same. See, you can see right there. So we gonna get there. I'm not gonna use, every number that I use on the other side of the board where it says our language. For time's sake, only because tomorrow a lot of brothers and sisters will be attending the brother Parag's funeral, and if you're not able to be there, most high in Christ. If not, we understand. But that will be the reason for this short class. But we're gonna make sure we get the most out of it, right? Or else it wouldn't be considered a class. If anybody has any questions, and I mean any questions you have until 8 o'clock to answer those. I mean, not answer, but ask those questions, and I will answer them so to the best of my abilities, based on what I've learned. And if I'm not able to answer your question, I will do the research on it after class and be able to bring it right back up come next class. So if you have a question, put it in the chat. And to people that are physically here, you already know to raise your hand. But we're gonna get through this a little fast, right? Yes, Pop. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Y'all Shema Tabashim outside. Got you checking in, sis. Most High in Christ. All right, we're gonna do 1 through 10. in the Syrian, right? Now, of course, it's the same thing over there, a card. So what I'm gonna do is just to be easy. I'm just repeat. The only thing that will be different on this side of the board, it will be written in the Syrian. That's what I wanted to do. The last time that we had class, and I wasn't able to do it, which I was pretty upset about, only because of the lack of time I have to work with at the moment. So let's see what we can do in this time, right? I won't even go do the curve. Hold on, yeah, I got you. I don't know if y'all can see that real well. Let me check my monitor real quick. Yeah, y'all can't see that real well. Let me see something. Jump over here. I ain't so get to you. What I'm saying. So when it comes to class being taught in Nashville, ignore all the background sounds. You will hear it a lot. There's nothing new out here. It's Tennessee. And there's nothing more to say right there. So we'll redo this again. We got the I, of course. Then we got the car in this area. I work pretty big. That's on me. Let me see. Try to try this one again. Right a little smaller, right to where you all be able to see. So like yeah, sometimes I could be a professional. Well, what those people call perfectionists? It'll be one of those when it comes to the Lashawan Qadash. I want to be as accurate as possible because if I'm not accurate, then I become a detriment to your learning. In other words, a stumbling block. And that is something that I could never be, right? So, of course, one, a card, then we're gonna have it in there. What I'm gonna do is once I'm done and we get down here, I'm gonna bring the camera over. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna look down there, or I'm gonna just have it sitting the way it's able to read all the characters in the series. You go back and you write it, you just add it on to your numbers notes, right? That's all we're doing. So next we got Shanya and after that Shalash, right? So Sun, Ya, and then we're gonna have Shalash, right? Let me see. Maybe I should write all of these. Yeah, I'm gonna write all of these down for time's sake. I will buy. See, Tomas, and then for the week, I got something that I want to try with you all. Considering I've just started my curriculum, so of course I will be adding new things, and I will also be adding activities as well. You know, just to make the class a little funner for the younger audience that'll be tuning in when it comes in and tune in. I'll be seeing y'all, and I'll be thinking like, dang, I should incorporate something for the younger students, but it'll also be fun for the adults as well. Trust me, I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? Now we got 9 shot. Did I get somebody else checking in? Yeah. See something real quick. So who else got that? Okay. You make sure. All right. Side and Tim got, of course, ice cream. All right. Now we get to the rest of it, right? So Shenya, of course, we obviously gonna have a shot. Now, if you ever pay attention to my one of my more recent Syrian classes, that will be a shot right here. Let me see if I can get it close forward. I'm like, it's one thing to have bad handwriting, but it's another thing to have bad handwriting and people can't really see it there like that. Okay, there we go. Bingo. We done got it. We in there like one word. We done got it. All right. Shy, right? Then we got nah. Then we have a ya. That would be Shanya in the Assyrian. The na that's not the special character in the Assyrian. It's really just like a real ugly three. That's the only way for me to remember it. So that's how I'm going to explain it. It's just a real ugly three. If I was to describe it, I would say an ugly three. This is what an ugly three looks like to me. Now, next we got Shalash. So we're going to come over here, write this funny character once more. Then we got La. Then we got another shot. Now, the only real major difference I can point out in this hearing is that when you actually write out a Syrian, you use the Babylonian characters. That's a dead giveaway. Two is not language. Three is no connection. Not even in any form, shape, or manner. Right? But outside that, there's no major difference other than it being a bastardized version of our own language. Right? So once again, like I said, if anybody have any questions, it does not have to be related to this specific class that we're teaching, but as long as it relates to Lashawan Qadash, feel free to ask, put it in the chat. And if you're in the class, which you are, always feel free to ask. If not, just pay attention. Next we have Kamash. So we got this character once more. Then we have a Ma, which will be an open house character. And then we have a Shah, once again. That would be Kamash. Shasha, obviously two Shahs. So we're gonna write these. This thing like we're gonna be writing this fun character for a little second. Man, writing series really like it. It ain't you know like it. But I learned it to be able to teach you all because that's what I'm obligated to do. And that's something I also love doing, teaching. Now of course we're in slavery, so of course it'd be times I'd be on call and I hate being on call because I'm not able to be here and teach. But we gotta know, man. Lord gonna make sure we ain't always slaving. It's gonna come time we ain't slaving none. All we gotta do is wait on it. Wait on it. We close too. We are close. To the time where we don't have to worry about our kids not getting the proper education or learning where they come from or being on a crazy island full of weird rich folk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. The time is literally coming. Time is coming. Yeah, Shimona. Now, I'm gonna add this only because it's natural rule of thumb for our language, but don't actually stand strong on this with me. As far as me putting that, everything is correct, but I'm gonna put a high right there because I always do when it comes to our language. 'Cause naturally, that's what we do. Um, so yeah, we're gonna put a high at the end. Next, we got the shot. So a thigh will be similar to the cod. The only difference is it got a crooked leg. Then of course we put a shot as we've been doing. Yeah, I'll call it too. I still you gonna use the character a lot. And then we got the arch. the shot. Then we got I, which would be I, shy, and a rock. Now that we got all this written, I will be placing camera at an angle to where you all will be able to write these characters down. Man, that's not even suggested. Shit on a second. Let me redo this so my nobody gets confused here. I did not mean to do that, y'all. So like here. There's chill. The shy, then we got I shy. Right. Okay, cool. So like you tell me to cross his head and that's not right. There we go. Boom. So I'm letting that sit on the board. Just only long enough for you all to be able to get your notes. After that, I will be moving on. So if you could try to see what you can do with that. I'm trying to go over as much of the bases as possible, as fast as possible, because I want to start incorporating more stuff that I want to add to this new curriculum that I have going on, right? So we're gonna give y'all a little more time because it is pretty hard writing these characters, so I know you'll probably want to have some extra time to kind of deal with the what's that word? The impurities of the handwriting. I don't know how to I don't know how to, well, I don't know how to word that right without using slang. You know, the men above me being great men, excellent men in this work. They want me to get into the habit of not using so much slang. So there will come a time you will catch me like, hey, I might be trying to have him change this up. So that's what's going on right there. So I didn't want to just use slang, but I know there's a way to say it. You know what I'm saying? All right. That should have been enough time. Now, what I want to do is scoot over to colors. My personal level of understanding is if I can knock out the basics by doing it on both sides of the board, I can get to what I really wanted to do out of my last curriculum before we started and have her do large sentences. See, if I can get all of this done first, we can start off with small sentences. But once we get done with the small sentences, we'll be able to do the larger sentences. And we get to that point, we should be able to communicate with the end of Lashawan Qadash instead of English all the time, just as an exercise. There will even be times that I will utilize the StreamYard. I will send a link directly to you and bring you up and have you call out the phrase, tell me a phrase. I'd be like, hey, this, but I would say it in Hebrew, and I would want you to respond in Hebrew just to test. That's the part I'm trying to get to right now. So if I can knock out all the basics as fast as possible, we get to where we can do the small sentences. Then we get to where we're doing larger sentences. Then we're gonna do a class. Once we get to both, like we're gonna do like a thing after the small sentences. We're gonna have a class that's more so focus on how much you retain. And then we're gonna brush it up and we're gonna do the same thing with the larger sentences, right? And that is what's gonna be going on soon. So just wait on it. Just wait on it. Now, next we're gonna have colors. So of course we're gonna start out with our language because we always come first too. You know what I'm saying? We always come first, me. So into the most high. So now the word for color, it says I'm looking at my notes from back when I was a student, so we're gonna teach off that alone, ensuring accuracy. Okay, now we got color. The word color will be cayenne, right? So that would be, let me make sure I write the word up here. Color. Well, let me write everything. Well, just do it like that. Times eight. Red, orange. Let's see, we looking at yellow and green. Not to the great ones. That works. Well, I cried to Corey Oliver, the brother that came before me, you know. You got blue, indigo, or navy. Indigo slash navy will be right here. Violet or purple. So we're gonna put it right up under there, violet slash purple. We got black, brown, white, blue. My bad, there's intrusive right there. It's white man devil. I'm gonna do gold. I only got my handwriting bad. I ain't gonna be a kid up there. Not in the time that we had to work with. Right? So let me see. Oh man, is it all good? Oh man, it's crazy. So like, all right. So color would be cayenne. Right. So of course, you're looking at this. We already see we're gonna need a ka, I, ya, and na in the Lashawan Qadash. So ka, I, ya, na. Right. Cayenne. Or cayenne, rather. Let me see. Cause that would be taken. I gotta make sure everything is smooth. Yeah, it's crazy how I didn't struggle with nothing else but being able to say the word color correctly. And that's what happens when you rely too heavily on ebonics. Cause when it's time to teach, hey, it's simple. I will say it's simple. But we got Cayenne right here. Next, we got red, which would be our woman. Da woman. So of course, we're gonna have literally a I, a da, a wa, like how him a while and so anywhere so I die one. Right now, the ensure accuracy and like on my notes because I don't really think I just ever use the word orange. So just to make sure we all on the same page, accuracy is confirmed. I will be using my notes. Yeah, I'm thought about you outside. Most time Christ, I got you checking in, sis. That's probably why I never use it. I forgot about that one. No Hebrew word for orange. Dang, once I was using it, it's because I never had to use it. Yeah, it is weird. How did that even play out though? Just saying orange in the Hebrew. Like you would have to make a word that don't even exist. All right, now we got type of hog for yellow. You got type of hog for yellow. Now, of course, that would be Tata, Ha, Ba. Tata, Ha. So it would be by itself. And of course, you're going to connect the Ha to the Ba, which makes Ha, right? Next, we have green. I 9. I 9. Right? And so, of course, we're going to use a Ra, an I, a Na, and another Na. I, Na. Right there. You got blue, which will be Takala, Takala, and obviously, as you can see, if I was put the dashes, you would get what you'll be able to put it together, right? So, for time's sake, I'm just gonna break it down. That way, whenever you do read the Hebrew and English, and the English transliteration like this, it wouldn't even phase you. You'll know, oh, this right here make two sounds. Oh, this one just straight through, right? So, we got tha, we got a ka, a la, and a tha. So that'd be by itself. That'd be by itself. This will be together. Like a lot. As you can see right here. Once again, to anybody that has any questions in the classroom or online that's related to Lashawan Qadash, it don't have to be related to this specific class that's being taught. As long as Lashawan Qadash, feel free to drop your question in the chat or say it in the classroom, raise your hand. If not, just pay attention the best you can. Indigo or navy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put a X through this because indigo and navy, you know what I'm saying, will actually fall right up under blue. So there's no difference, not a lot, just a different shade. Next, we have violet/purple, and that will be a Ragamon. I, well, let me put the dash so y'all can see what I was talking about at first. I'm pretty sure y'all probably lost me on that. Like I say, I put a dash right here. Because the word is Ragamon, but you would not know what will be separate and will be connected, right? Ra, God, man, right? Just as it is right here, That way, I'm not making this up. It will be right here in my notes. Let me see if I can zoom in on. Where I go. It said violet and purple. I don't know if y'all able to read it. You used to see a Ragamon for violet/purple. But if I would have just wrote it out like this, it would be easier for me, but probably not so much for you, right? And so that's what I mean. But at the same time, it actually makes it easier for you to learn sometimes when you're not using the dashes. It's better to get used to not having to rely on training wheels in a lot of cases, right? Because that was how I was able to learn that Lashawan Qadash and pick up on it quicker. So we're gonna try a few times without actually relying on that. And if you don't like it, let me know how that go. And I will go back to using connectors and so on and so forth. Next we have black. That would be Shakawar, or really it's Shakawar. But because we speak slang and a lot of people can't really pronounce that specific character like that well, to where we actually pronounce it as Kai as well, right? So we say Shaka War for anybody who don't really just got the means to be able to do that. I can understand it's all right, it's wild, but just try your best to work on it. Shaka War. The word for black is Shaka War. So of course we got the Sha, you got Ka, or you can say Ka. Then we got Wa and Ra. Of course, these two will be separated by itself, and you will connect the Y to the Ra, which makes war. Next, we have brown, Kawam, or Hawam. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll write that down right there real quick. So, like, I'll write this a little closer so don't nobody get any type of confusion. All right, so it'll be a Ka, Y, and a Ma. Of course, this would be by itself. You got that. And you get Kawam. You got the Y to the Ma, which makes one. So Kawam, Sawam. Then we got white, which would be Laban. Laban. Of course, you only need 3 characters. That'll be a lie. Oh, I would like the E into it. American characters. Laban. Then we got gold. Or you can say Zahab. Zahab. And that would be a Zah, a Ha, and a Ba. Zahab. So like let me right there. That look horrible. Zahab. So this will be colors in the Hebrew. Right there, and there will be our language. Some of the Pretty all right on time. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave that right there. And while I leave this right here, I will already go start work on the senior part. I think that'll be easier on you all, when you'll be able to work on the notes. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to drop. And this time, on this side, I'm only putting down words that actually have a Hebrew word to it. Blue, down, violet's like purple. Black, brown, white. I should get the sound, but every time I say the word white, I'm gonna just have a little button that just says boo. If I get one custom made that says white man is the devil, that'd be golden right there. That would be fire. I came up with the idea first, so I'm trying to get it before me without giving me my credit. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm gonna put a dash on it because on this side, only because the Syrian is confusing itself where it's just like character, but it's weird. All right. The I, nine, there was a lot. A lot. Or Ragaman. We got black and brown. So we got shock war and for one. Shock war. And for one. And on board where and we got there we go. Oh wait, and then ready go. I want to go do this like the bun. We got into all right. So now that we got these board on this side, all I will have to do now is just write the Syrian character right next to it. See, let's get that zoom out a little bit. Maybe I got to stand in front of them and focus. Like, let's see something. You focus. All right, Most High Christ. You get back to it. All right. So we got Kai, I, I, and we got Young. All right. That's in the series. This right here. This little ugly handwriting y'all seeing. That's the series. But not our language. Don't worry. Way better than that. Way better than that. Next, we have I, Da, Wa, okay. One. Yeah, we got one. We got Tazaha, of course. And we're going to try to stop it. Still do it. Then Tazaha. Then we got I nine. So we got Ra right here. I. I nine. We got like a lot. Ta, Ka, we got a lot. Another dot. So top of lot. Then we got our select our Ragamon, right? Which would be Ra, and we got which would be right here. There we go. Ragamon. Next we got Shaka War. Then we got one right here. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna scoot it in closer. Check one. And we got LeBron. So that'd be a lot. Drive by special knife. The this is what I want to give me. I know how to write, but somebody else said it. There we go. See, it was a little fight, but we got it. It's a high right here. Commando. It's a shot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm scanning my phone notes and make sure that we got that saying in the school. Don't be sure, make sure. Okay. I'm gonna leave that up on the board for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Get that going on. Nah, I just did. I want to go do something now. Chill out. But there we go. Get some time, get get some notes down on that. Then after that, we're gonna end the class on this. And if you are in Louisiana tomorrow, then I will see you there. If not, I will see you at the Passover. Lord alive. Need some more time on that. Amen. Tough week. I've got a tough week, yeah. You know, we all got through it. All right, so everybody got their notes. So we're gonna end it on that. All right, we got ISUPK, so I have 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true heritage, culture, and language according to the Bible, as well as their history. And of course, we're not affiliated with any fake Israelite or any other group. We're not affiliated with Christianity, Egyptology, Pan-Africanism, Egyptology, Muslim, all that. We're not affiliated with any of that. It is ISUPK under the Command Junior Hunter. Right? ISUPK under Command Junior Hunter. That's it. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. You understand? So with that, we will be in the class on that. Shalom.